Episode 3, Part 2. Yeah. Another one, look. Pervert tried to meet 14-year-old girl while wife worked night shift.
Where's it?
Everywhere you look, like I'm...
Tyson Fury again.
Ah, Jesus. When, with these things, man, whenever it seems like these things are getting out of control, how is there so much of it going on? I'm wondering, is it just because of the internet these days that we have access to all this shit? Like a few years ago, we wouldn't have known. It might have been just as bad a few years ago, but we didn't know. You know what I mean? Now we're hearing stories about everyone in America, everyone in every other country, whereas we wouldn't have known that a few years ago. Maybe it's just the access to information is a bit fucking much at times, isn't it? In fairness, it's great to be able to find out things when you want to, but when you're constantly getting bombarded with bad shit from all over the world, it gets a bit much. Like, they say the human brain was never designed to deal with that much shit. Like, do you know what I mean? We're all very tribal, and we were supposed to be in a tribe of like 150 people or something like that. Is that it? There's a Devon number on it and everything. I think there's a name for it. That like back in the day, we were all in tribes, and you're only really supposed to know like 150 people or something like that. And after that, it just gets too complicated. Anytime a tribe would grow to bigger than that, things just went to shit. And now it's like we're like a big global community at this stage. Everyone can talk to everyone, and places all over the shop. Do you know?
Oh, God.
Even talking about it hurts your brain. 6 or 7 billion people being able, all just connected, and everyone's talking about everyone's shit.
Wait in a second, like there's shit flying past our heads now, like.
Oh yeah, passing through your body.
Passing through your body.
I know people that are freaked out about that as well. Wi-Fi is fucking passing through your body, and it is, like, if it's passing through the walls, it's going through your body as well. Yeah. What's it doing to your cells and all, like at a cellular level? These waves passing through your body.
Wow.
Wow, 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 wow.
That's the one.
Hopefully it's giving me superpowers anyway.
Yeah, man.
I'll be Mr. Wi-Fi.
Pretty fly for a Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Pretty fly for a Wi-Fi.
That's the little fucking... That's the little speech bubble down then. Have you had sex yet?
Yeah. Have you had sex yet? Would you like to?
Sick prick.
Don't know. A lot of these people.
Oh, this is actually the conversation, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was like an ad or something. So click on that there, Mike.
Looking for sex in your area? Those fucking things. Ads are another thing, man. Talking about technology, I'm sick to death of ads. I'm just getting bombarded with them constantly, like.
Oh, boy.
Penis enlargement.
Yeah. Nah. Is that what's coming up for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Coming up.
It's all related.
Even though you've already clicked on it, like, and paid a fortune for it.
It's all related to what you're looking up on Google, you see. So if you're constantly Googling stuff about penis enlargement, then they're going to show you ads about that. But
how much have you spent on it now?
I don't know. It's gone into the 6 figures. I think.
You still haven't got 6 inches.
No.
Jesus. Tough going.
Give it time, Mike.
The fucked up thing that I keep noticing as well, though, man, is stuff coming up in my feed. And I've heard loads of people saying this. Ads coming up in my feed on Facebook related to stuff that I was talking about. Just talking about. This isn't stuff that I ever typed into my phone or Googled or anything like that. I know how cookies work. Do you know what I mean? But it's not that, like. It's just literally having a conversation with you now about something. Some notification or something. But if I could be having a conversation with you about something, and then tomorrow or the day after, I see ads on my phone about it, like. So your phone is literally listening to your conversation and then serving you ads.
Serving you ads, yeah. And what you're talking about.
I'm wondering, like, is that, like, without a doubt it's happening, like. I'm wondering, is it some kind of an AI thing that's just picking out certain words?
I've noticed that as well the last year, 2 years, I suppose, yeah.
I've noticed it a few times now.
Like, I could be watching, reading an article on Facebook, clicking into it, and somebody's name could come up. Now, it could be like a name that you wouldn't be used to typing into to Google. But because you were on that article, your phone recognizes it. When you go to Google and to type in the name, you could probably type in the first 2 letters of the name, and the whole name will come up.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's the same like that now as well, where...
It freaks the shit out of me, man. How the fuck?
So there was...
Do you know what I mean?
There was a conversation one day when myself and Mikey and one of my neighbours came over. We were outside my house, and we were talking about, like, weeds. I was saying, there's weeds coming up in the driveway. And the neighbour came over and he was like, you should get that stuff. What's it called again? Roundup. And we were like, Roundup. Yeah, Roundup. And we were talking about it and whatever. He was like, it's very good for killing weeds. That night, a load of Roundup ads on my fucking phone. I never Googled it or anything, like. So without a doubt, I'm not being paranoid. The first few times it happened, I convinced myself. I was like, I probably Google it now, I can't remember it or something. But then it just kept happening, like. So.
Oh man, I'm getting a Nokia 3210
that
for
is
Christmas,
freaky.
man, and I'm sticking to it.
Microphone must be on all the time or something.
It is.
Something's on.
But that's the thing. When you download certain apps, like it asks you for permission, you know, and one of them is to allow them to use your microphone.
Yeah.
And they like when you read the permissions that they ask for, they want to be allowed to access files on your phone,
Pictures of it.
your pictures. They want to be able to add, edit, and remove contacts from your phone book. Why the fuck did it need to be able to do that? Like, do you know what I mean?
And you have to do it now if there's something you want to do. Like,
yeah.
No,
Like
you
Facebook
can't.
Messenger.
like even if you want to take a photograph on Facebook or something,
Yeah.
like you have to allow for this and allow for that.
Exactly.
And if you want to upload the photograph, then you won't be able to do it unless you fucking agree or whatever.
Same like with Messenger now, you have to agree for them to have access to your camera, your fucking microphone,
There was
and all that shit.
massive controversy about that a few years ago, wasn't
there
there?
was, and they justify it then by saying that obviously if you want to take a picture and send it through Messenger, we need to be able to use your camera, or if you want to call someone through Messenger, we need to be able to use your microphone. But then, you know, so you give them access, but then they have access then. And
That's probably all the conversations you've had now, like audio conversations you've had over Messenger, like it's probably on a file somewhere over fucking Beijing or Karachi.
Sure. Snowden tried to warn us.
Exactly.
Therefore, look what they did to him.
Snowden?
Snowden.
Who's he?
You don't know about Snowden?
No.
Poor man is hiding out in which embassy is he in now?
He was in the Russian embassy, but I think
he
gone
left.
A different place.
Russian embassy in which country?
Is it Sweden? No. There's some country, I think it's Sweden, where like all of these kind of people end up there because of their laws with regards to things like IP addresses and all that. Like say certain things now, if you were involved in hacking or something in America, they could kind of like contact the person who's in charge of your server or whatever. They can kind of seize it. But in Sweden, I think it is you're kind of grand. They won't. No one will let them in. Like, you know?
Yeah.
There's different laws about it. So, where is Edward Snowden now? Where does it say? Or do they even know? What the fuck? That's not him.
That's Mark Twain, I think, man.
Who's Mark Twain?
Mark Twain. Huckleberry Finn.
No.
He wrote Huckleberry Finn.
Oh, did he?
Huckleberry Quim. He
Yeah,
predicted his own death as well.
But yeah, Snowden anyway was the fella who came out, Edward Snowden, and he released all of the information about the NSA, isn't it?
Yeah.
NSA
He used
in
to work
America.
with NSA.
Yeah, so he was like, all the phone calls, text messages and everything in America, the NSA are listening to your phone calls, they're reading your text messages, they're storing them in a database, blah, blah, blah. And people were like, you're fucking mad. They can't be doing that. There's no way. But then dumped all these files.
No such thing as privacy on this planet, man. Not a fucking... You can't even take a shit nowadays without being paranoid that somebody's watching you. Like. And that's in your own house, like.
They're definitely listening anyway.
That's him there, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Russia allows Edward Snowden to remain through 2020. Yeah. Russia's just like, yeah, you want him, America? Come and get him. See what happens. Putin doesn't give a fuck, man.
Putin's sitting back and he's like, go on, make a move, bitch.
You have to admire his attitude. I don't know, I've heard
he's a bit of a prick. He's a bit of a prick, man, but I kind of like him.
Yeah,
you know
I've heard a lot of shit now that he's a bit of a bastard to his own people and all, but I have to admire his attitude towards the Americans.
He just don't give a fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and I'd say he'd nearly take on the entire country without an army, just himself. That's just Russian people. They're just naturally strong people. Like.
Fucking
as the Irish can be strong as well, like, but fucking we're lazy, like. Do you know what I mean? I'll fight you tomorrow. Procrastination, like. Do you know what I mean? You want to scrap? Give me a couple of days there.
But yeah, fucking
the Russians walk straight through a fucking wall to get to you, like.
the Americans are like,
you won't fight me?
You have to do this now, Putin. No, I don't. Yeah, you have to do it. No, fuck off. Oh, if you don't do it, we're imposing sanctions on your country. Yeah, do that. Fuck off. Okay. Just like, he doesn't give a fuck.
Doesn't give a shit. No, he's probably sitting in fucking, I suppose, the Russian equivalent to the White House, smoking a big joint. No. Yeah, do it, sure. Listen to Bob Marley, hash plant pictures all over the walls and shit. Got the decks in the background.
He's mad into manly shit. Then like everything he does is manly as fuck. Like
He rides a horse around shirtless.
yeah,
He was out
with
fishing
a
there on
gun.
holidays, and they had scuba divers in under the water to hook an actual fish onto the line for him. Like
Fuck
while
off.
he was fishing, so it made him look like a big man, you know.
Oh, supreme leader, you're so great.
Have you seen the dog that looks like Putin?
Oh yeah.
He's like
Seen
a little,
that, yeah.
what's the name of the dogs? I think they're
I have
German.
No idea what the breed is, but I know the one you're talking about.
Have you seen it, Mike? No?
No, I haven't known.
Google it there now. It's Putin dog. Or dog Putin, whatever the fuck.
But, he's constantly putting up these mad images as well of him, like with his top off, and he's doing jujitsu. I think he's big into jujitsu, and he's like wrestling, and fucking. That is gas. It actually does fucking look like him.
Oh, the eyes are just exactly the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
It's different color. Yeah, there's a lot of those. There's one. There's
I admire
like
him,
a
man.
whole. There was a whole series of them that was like dogs that look like celebrities. There's one that looks like Snoop Dogg as well. It's the fucking.
Saw that
and he's
and he
making a
smiles
face like
as well.
he's fucking stoned off his head.
Saw that too, man.
Yeah. If you just
Celebs, even just type in celebs that look like animals, man.
yeah, or dogs that look like celebrities.
But there's one of
Something like that.
Taylor Lautner from Taylor Lautner and a llama. Taylor Lautner from Twilight.
Was
Fella with
he
the black hair.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
werewolf fella. Another fella that won't keep his top on.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg. Oh, where's the one? There's one. Oh,
Samuel
for
L.
fuck-
Jackson one is brilliant, man.
Jesus Christ.
The John Travolta one isn't too bad either.
Ah, Jesus.
Django.
Ah, he was great in The Matrix.
That's brilliant, man.
They put the little hat on the dog. The little Kango hat.
Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Type in celebs that look like what's Mike
Look at
Tyson?
Ron Perlman. Look.
Man, he's a
boy.
weird looking man.
Yeah, he has a big chin, a big jaw or something, isn't he?
Mm.
Mike Tyson? No. Gordon Ramsay.
What? Fuck off.
The wrinkles. Hold on.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Fuck off a minute.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Because you didn't fucking cook it.
You use so much oil in this chicken, the US want to invade it.
Yeah, I want to invade the plate. Yeah, he's a gas man. He used to come up with some banging insults, man. He put 2 slices of bread across the water up against the woman's face. What are you, an idiot sandwich?
His tweets, man, are brilliant. Did you ever follow
Peop-
him on Twitter?
when people are
will
asking,
make
yeah.
something, people will make a dish and they'll take a picture of it. They'll be like, "Hey, Gordon, what do you think of my risotto or whatever?"
Looks like my grandfather's knee
Ah.
replacement was one of them, yeah.
He goes to town on him. He doesn't
Pathetic.
give a fuck.
What do you think of my school's? My school is serving pizza today. What do you think? Shut it down.
Fucking hell. There was another one, someone had it on like a metal tray and he was like, it looks like a fucking prison dinner or something. It's just, oh man. How many days did you cook the chicken for?
And you know what? It doesn't look fucking half bad. I'd say he'd be like, some of them he's like, it looks pretty good, but I'm going to take the piss anyway. Like.
Oh, what's this? Look at this meal I cooked for my man.
hope
Gordon
he's done a
Ramsay. I
runner.
hope he's done a runner. Fuck's sake. And he's a fucking lunatic. Oh, he actually said, wow. He actually said it looks good to this fella. Anthony. Oh, what the fuck? That's a piss take. Burnt toast. Someone hardly tweeted him a picture of burnt toast today.
Send him an empty plate. What do you think of my my boiled air?
I poured a lot of steam all over this.
Yeah, he is good. I actually like his show as well, man.
Yeah.
He's full. Yeah.
I was just talking about it the other night, man. When he goes into those kitchens, you were talking about the Kitchen Nightmares one. where he
Kitchen
goes in.
Nightmares or whatever, whichever one, or even
There's-
Hell's Kitchen.
There's one where like cafes that aren't doing very well will bring him in and he has to like show him how to turn the place around. Every time he comes in, he goes into their walk-in refrigerator and the place is disgusting.
Yeah, man, it
It'll
would
put
turn
you
you-
off going to restaurants.
Any restaurant, yeah.
Jesus Christ, like, and he gives it to him and he's takes stuff out from the shelf. He's like, "What the fuck is this? Someone tell me what the fuck this is."
He walked into a kitchen one day and there was a fella microwaving a salad and he was like, "You don't fucking microwave a salad." Or grilling a salad as well.
He often does that. Like, he'd call someone in and he'd be like, look at this, what's wrong here? And then they're just standing there looking at him and he's like, you fucking idiot, get out.
Get out of your own kitchen.
Get the fuck out.
Oh, man.
That's the right job, though, man. Those the people are going to kill someone.
He's brilliant, man. I think he's unreal. Like, I think he's, and for a long time, it was always him over Jamie Oliver. But I'm starting to like Jamie Oliver now as well. Like, I only like Jamie Oliver for his dishes, though.
I've never really watched any Jamie Oliver stuff, no.
No. Well, I've subscribed to the Food Tube, it's called, on YouTube. Like, so you get some good tips off it, man. I've made some nice meals off it now, to be honest. Like.
Oh, nice.
I've nobody to eat them with, though.
Poor Jamie Oliver's freaking out though about no one's taking him seriously. He's like, your man.
Are they supposed to be healthy? Yeah. He's good though, man. He's worth a lot more money than
Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah.
No way.
Look it up.
Man, Gordon Ramsay has
about 120 million.
He has restaurants in Vegas and the whole lot.
Jamie Oliver's a net worth of 400 odd.
No fucking way. Jamie Oliver's worth 400 million. Get that, Mikey. See there. That can't be right.
Type in Jamie Oliver net worth.
Jamie Oliver's worth more than Conor McGregor.
Yeah, man.
For making a bit of dinner.
Celebrity chefs, man.
People like professional fighters risking their life every time they go to work.
They're risking your life when you're going to a restaurant as well, man. If you're ordering chicken and it's undercooked, salmonella.
This is true. Especially if it's like those fucking places you see.
240 million.
Who's that now?
Jamie Oliver.
Jamie Oliver is worth 240 million.
I think I over-exaggerated with the 400 there.
Is that sterling?
Euro. Yeah, sterling, yeah.
Is it sterling, is it? No, type in Ramsay.
So,
Ramsay's only worth about 120 or something, or 90 or something.
Man, how did he, what, like, I don't get it. Books, I suppose. He's probably selling books to bet the band.
Yeah, he's banging out the books now, in fairness.
Every Christmas and shit, everyone's getting a fucking Jamie Oliver book. I do know a few people that have Jamie Oliver books, in fairness.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to write a book.
Are you?
Yeah.
On?
Haven't a fucking clue. Just start and see how it turns out. Just start writing shit.
Did it come up, did it?
Good God. It has to be there. It's always celebrity net worth or some shit. Gordon Ramsay, Forbes. Forbes usually mention it in the first few sentences. No? No. Quote of the day. Jesus.
$60 million.
60 million he's worth. Now, it's a lot of money, like, but Jesus Christ. What's his face is worth 4 times more than him. Or even way more than that, because that's dollars. Still though, 60 million, like, that's almost 61 million.
Not far off 61 million, like.
Fucking hell, man. I wouldn't mind 60 million. If I had 60 million, I wouldn't give a fuck how much Jamie
60 though. If you come up to me with 59 million, you can fuck off. Don't be wasting my time, like.
61 would be alright as well, though.
Yeah, you can might push it to 61 million, but 59, man, just fucking for peasants and common people.
What's the 60? Oh no, what is it again? 71. Gino De Campo. Sometimes me and my wife, we do a 71. What's a 71? It's just like a 69, but with 2 fingers in the asshole. Gino. He comes out with some mad shit, man.
Oh, man, they're mental up in Sheffield. Like, they're mental up in Sheffield.
He says that about his wife, then, of all people. Like, not like this random woman I was with before, but me and my wife, we do a 71. His wife is probably at home like, you prick.
Is she Italian or English?
I haven't a clue.
What did he say on the Good Morning there with Holly Willoughby? So
if my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike.
Yeah.
Holly,
you know, if this had ham,
yeah,
it would be closer to a British carbonara. And he just looked at her with a blank stare. And if my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. What's your point? She nearly choked on the fucking bacon, man. Guanciale.
Boys, we're on 50 minutes there.
50?
Yeah.
No way.
I shit you not.
Jesus,
50.
We're on fire tonight. I don't know what the fuck we were talking about, but that's...
Man, I had 2 pieces of string the other day and they came out. My arse then tied together. I shit you not. You like that one, yeah?
I shit you not.
I heard a good one today, I know.
Go ahead.
There's these 2 old ones, right? And they're out in the street smoking fags and it started raining anyway.
That's 2 old ladies for all of our international listeners.
2 old women, yeah. So one of them reached into her pocket and she pulled out a condom. She snipped the top off it and stuck her fag in. And one was like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing there doing that? She goes, oh, sure, it's raining, like the fag will burn away and it'll keep the fag, dry. So she walked into the chemist the next day because she was out of condoms, and there was a 19-year-old girl behind the counter or whatever. She goes, will you give me your best condoms? She says, what kind do you want? She said, I don't mind as long as they fit a camel.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I usually know, I'm like, I know where he's going with this. I had no idea where that was going.
No, it completely took me by surprise as well. Like.
Fuck's sake.
I was waiting for an anti-joke answer.
You've never heard those anti-jokes
No,
before?
obviously, no. I there was one I came across, but I never heard the term anti-jokes.
All right.
I've heard anti-jokes before, but I didn't know they had an actual name from like.
Yeah.
There was one I read on Facebook. It was a horse walks into a bar. The bartender asks why the long face. The horse, incapable of understanding human language, promptly shits on the floor and leaves.
There was another one I heard. It was like two dogs walked into a bar. The bartender said, "Get out." That was it. Do you hear of those, Mikey? Anti-jokes.
There was one I
it's
was
like
reading
a joke where they ask a question, you're expecting a funny answer, and it gives you a dead serious answer. Like, or
this is it here. That's the one that I went on. Yeah.
Yeah. There's one like a man walks into a bar. He's an alcoholic and he's ruining his family.
That one that you told me was comical. The one I put up on Facebook yesterday. Your mum is so fat that she's probably at high risk of having heart disease and diabetes, and she would need to go to a hospital.
Anti-jokes. Fuck's sake. There was another one as well. There was a few knock ones. I can't remember them. It was just like
knock. Who's there? TV license inspector. There's no one here.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
I've got a gun. Get in the van. Yeah, that was an old one, man.
TV license inspector. Fucking, my mother said to tell you she's not here. Is your mama in? She told me to tell you she's not. Sorry, call back another day. We'll see what she says then.
We've heard all the excuses, but have you heard this one? I haven't. I'll be back tomorrow. We're fair play.
That's one job I wouldn't like, man.
That traffic warden and the people who drive the speed vans. They're hated. They are hated.
Yeah, but no, you don't really get to see them or anything.
I know you don't, man. But fucking people are always like, "Watch this cunt! Watch this cunt here now! This prick! The man prick is doing his job. He's stopping people from speeding, potentially saving hundreds or even thousands of lives, and he's a prick." Yeah, according to people. Like.
What about debt collectors, like fellas that work for the bank to come possess of property?
Yeah.
If the money's good, I'd do it, man. If the money's good, I'd do it. I wouldn't be a prick for no money, like, but I'd be a prick for good money, like.
That's another one as well. Yeah, that fucking show on telly, Can't Pay, We'll Take It Away.
Yeah.
Bailiffs come. We're high court enforcement officers.
We work for the Queen.
Yeah. Some of them though, man. Some of those people are taking the piss. They're like they're renting a fucking apartment. They haven't paid rent in about a year and a half, and they're there telling the bailiff, "Get the fuck out of my apartment." And he's like, "It's not your apartment. You have to go. You haven't paid rent in a year and a half." Like, what you expect is going to happen? You know what I mean? You know what happens when you don't pay your rent. Like, you have to go.
You have to go, yeah.
End of story. So, yeah, I don't know. Some people take the piss. There was one where
either pay your rent or be homeless. Those are your options, like. Choose wisely.
Yeah. They came to take repossess a car from a fella, and he busted up the car. Broke every window, punctured all the wheels and everything, and even fucking went to town on the engine and all. It's like, take it now. So, gonna end up paying for it one way or the other anyway.
That's just spiteful, though, man. Do you know what I mean?
It is, yeah.
Take the car. I don't care. You haven't paid for the car in months.
Yeah.
I know you're pissed off that somebody's taking it away, but I've been driving it the whole time. Like, it's technically mine. No, it's not. You haven't been paying for it. Like.
Possession is.
I'm gonna smash it up. Fucking idiots. Man.
Yeah.
50 minutes. Are you gonna cut this down to a half hour? Probably not.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I probably will. I might actually cut this episode into 2 parts and see how that goes. Maybe release like one part on the weekend and one midweek or something. Because people just don't seem to want to listen to the hour, you know, or they don't have time or whatever. So maybe for a while cut them into half-hour pieces or something, and then if people actually start to like it, you know, people are more likely to press play and listen for a half an hour, and then if they like it, after a while we could bump it back up or something, you know.
Let's call it a night then, because I am hungry.
Yes. So we leave it at that for now.
Yeah. An outro there, Mike.
Yeah. We'll see.
You are no longer listening to.
Yeah, just subscribe to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. iTunes as well.
YouTube, iTunes,
SoundCloud.
all good podcast
Oh yeah.
apps.